So did you hear the news? Apparently, Marvel is going to stop making comic books and license all of their titles over to this platform called Webtoons.
Ooh. Calm down, Beavis.
Hey everybody, I'm Guy Wozniak, and joined with me as always is my good friend and co-host Matt.
Hey.
We are the Comic Book Guys, here to talk to you about some news that has been making its rounds across the internet over the last week or so, getting a lot of people stirred up into a tizzy.
Yeah, over nothing.
I don't know.
Really.
I mean,
at least in my opinion.
Some people think it's going to be something. Some people think it's going to be nothing. Let's get into it. This article on cosmicbook.news, and amongst other places.
A venerated news organization.
It is the
to be sure.
It is the Associated Press of comic book news.
Oh yeah.
Headline: Marvel Comics moving to Webtoon by 2030. Rob Liefeld, believe it. This is something.
Well, yeah, sure.
It's true. Got to be. It's printed on the internet, right? But here's the situation.
Well, I think partially true.
Some people are running with this concept that's just rumors from what I understand right now, that Marvel's going to stop making comic books. They're going to go to a licensing strategy where, in particular, this platform, Webtoon, is going to be producing all of their comic books in a digital-only format.
Which I think is absurd.
I don't know if I see that happening or not, but yeah, what do you think? Let's hear your side of it.
Marvel Publishing makes money. It's a money maker. It makes them money.
Sure.
Marvel Unlimited, not so much. And people have made complaints about it. It's clunky. Its library of back issues is pretty limited. Yeah, a lot of people are not happy with Marvel Unlimited. So switching all their titles, just doing away with Marvel Unlimited and going over to Webtoon makes perfect sense.
The question that I have as a Marvel Unlimited customer, and I've been using Unlimited for a while, isn't so much that the platform itself is bad. It's just that the selection is not quite as vast as I would like.
It's other people have various complaints about Marvel Unlimited.
So if they're going to move over to a different platform through some sort of licensing play, does it expand the availability of the comic books that, are missing? For example, just recently I wanted to read the old Marvel Conan comics. They're just not on Unlimited, right? So
yeah, maybe they will expand the library because, Webtoon is their own company. They're not part of Marvel. So Marvel licensing them to produce, they're going to want to put as much stuff on there to get people to come to their app. And I looked at the app. I downloaded it myself. It didn't take any kind of time at all. A lot of stuff is free. I guess they make money through like advertising. That's what it seems to be. And I think you can pay for like a premium account or something. I don't know what that offers you. I'm not sure. If someone is more familiar with Webtoon than I am, believe me, I just
leave it in the comments below.
I just downloaded it real quick and just took a quick look at some of the titles, the Marvel titles that are already on there.
That was the interesting thing, and this is what has me concerned. Okay, so if you don't know, Webtoon is a vertical scroll format.
Yeah, you scroll up, it's panel by panel by panel.
Yeah, it's not page by page.
No.
It's literally panel, keep scrolling, panel, keep scrolling. And the Marvel comics that they have on there, and the selection is relatively
Very
limited.
Yeah.
It's all ripped apart, though. These are comics that were originally printed comic books. Like there's an Avengers book.
Yeah, there's an Avengers series that I have. So I know what it's supposed to look like. And what they've done is they've taken each panel and they've expanded out the word balloons to go outside so you see more of the page.
Yeah.
Which, okay, that's fine. But I think it takes a lot away from a panel on a page is supposed to be, take up like a couple inches. Now it takes up a page. And then so your splash page is the same size.
And it makes it harder to see on a phone screen.
Like a phone screen.
Yeah.
Maybe if you have a larger tablet, and you can zoom in and out and stuff like that. But who really wants to do that?
No. But this whole vertical scrolling thing, if that's what they plan to do, if they plan to take all of the old Marvel content, break it apart and turn it into a panel by panel vertical scroll, I'm never reading digital comics again. That's not a format that I enjoy.
It didn't appeal to me. That's just our personal preference.
No.
If it's something, you check it out yourself. If you like it, hey, okay, great, good for you. But it's not going to resemble the hard copy comic. I mean, the artwork is the same, the words are the same. It's just the format is going to look completely different to you.
But to me, the the page layout, the flow of the panels is a huge part of the storytelling. You know, like I
absolutely
feel like I'm taken out of it when they break it apart and put it panel on top of panel on top of panel like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes because I said the word balloons are stretched outside the image, you are scrolling out and you're reading, and now the image is like partially obscured and stuff, and it takes away from the aesthetic for me.
Now, all of this news, I think, well, at least in terms of this website that we're reading the article from, really spawns from this X or Twitter or whatever the heck they're calling that stupid website nowadays. It's a post from Fandom Pulse, another illustrious news organization, I'm sure. It says a comic book industry insider tells us that Disney is planning to phase out Marvel's in-house publishing operation and move the line to Webtoon by 2030. The source, quote, Marvel will be phasing out their publishing to Webtoon by 2030, give or take. That's the word I hear. Rob Liefeld quoting it, and he says, believe it. So, I mean, that actually sounds like, if this is true at all, which there's no reason to necessarily believe it's true, it's just rumors, that they're done publishing comics. That's what this says, but that's not what you believe.
This whole article is, I remember when news used to be like facts.
Yeah.
This is all rumors. And I'm sorry, Marvel
source.
A comic book industry insider. What is that?
Who is that?
Who is that?
Yeah.
Is that some clown that has a comic shop?
Could be. Could be a disgruntled employee or
a former employee.
Yeah, who knows?
What does that mean?
Right.
And I'm sorry, if you can't name your sources, then I don't believe you. Sorry. This is nonsense.
This is a very sensational accusation or whatever, however you'd want to phrase that. This is
comic book industry insider. Yeah. What is that?
Let's just, for the sake of argument, play the mind experiment, if you will. What if this is actually true and this actually happens? Let's jump ahead 4 years from now. Marvel does, in fact, say, we're not writing new content. We're not producing new content. It's all licensed out to other entities. What does that look like for the comic book industry as a whole, do you think?
Well, I think DC would be just fine.
DC would be doing jumping jacks and...
Oh, yeah. And what would be hilarious is if DC bought Marvel's catalog of characters.
That actually might be really good.
That would be hysterical. But I don't think DC's in a place to buy much of anything right now.
Warner Brothers, though. You know what I mean?
Well, Warner Brothers, aren't they? They're like being sold off, aren't they?
Are they? I don't know. I hadn't heard about that.
This happens so often. It's so confusing and hard to keep track of. If you're not like plugged into this kind of stuff and following it closely, all these companies buying and selling and absorbing other ones, it's insane. I don't really follow a lot of that stuff, but I don't think Warner Brothers is in the strongest financial position to be buying much of anything these days.
Yeah, maybe not.
From what I understand. But that would be hysterical. I would love to see that, for Warner Brothers to buy Marvel's catalog of characters. That would be just funny.
Just for publishing of comic books, though. Obviously Disney wants to keep all of these things for movies and whatnot.
Yeah, but you got to think, who would be able to afford Marvel's entire catalog?
I don't know what it
for publishing rights.
I don't know what it would cost. I have no idea how to put a number on that.
Yeah, like I said, Marvel publishing does make money. It's profitable. But somebody would have to buy that already has all of that stuff already like in the works.
The infrastructure.
They have the infrastructure in place to take over and start doing that. Because if you have to set up everything from scratch, it's not going to make sense for you to do that. That'd be disastrous. So, and then what else are they going to do? Sell out big chunks piecemeal? You know, like we have with like Sony owning, certain characters, and the Universal Studios having just rights to their rides in the park. And I mean, so you have all these piecemeal characters and entities like the Avengers and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And, and then we have Fox owning Fantastic Four.
But now Disney owns Fox.
But now Disney owns Fox.
Yeah.
See what I'm talking about? It's a whole big mess.
It's never ending.
It'd be a disaster. It'd be a complete disaster.
But let's, again, play the what if. What if Marvel says we're done with physical publishing? They're just going to focus, Disney is just going to focus on the movies and the entertainment aspect of it. And now a company like Webtoons gets to license all of these characters and all of these titles, and they decide, we're just going to do this weird vertical scroll thing, and it's all going to be all digital, and that's what Marvel Comics is.
Yeah.
Is it a complete and total collapse of the comic book, modern, like current comic book?
Well, for Marvel, yeah.
But in general, like, I think Marvel is so influential in terms of, like, if they die, does everyone else kind of die along with them?
Not by any means.
You don't think
it's
so?
It's going to, like, DC's going to go, they're going to go gangbusters, man.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to see, like, Image step up. You're going to see all these other comic book companies, like, spring up out of nowhere. They're going to fill the void because there is a demand there, definitely. And I think you're going to see Marvel back issues skyrocket.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
The desire,
That's a big what if, though. It's not something, a scenario I think is going to happen.
Yeah, but that is a good point, though. If it did happen, the demand for all of the back issues would go crazy. It's like when Stan Lee died. Suddenly everyone wanted something signed by Stan Lee, and the prices of all of his autographs went through the roof for a minute.
Through the roof. It's kind of evened out, though. Stan signed a lot of stuff.
But you have to think about it in those terms. That would be the death of Marvel. And because Marvel's dead, the demand for all of the stuff from before would go bananas. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So if you think this is going to happen, maybe...
maybe like in the not too distant future, something like this could happen, because you look at what Sony was doing with the PlayStation with their games and stuff.
Oh yeah, no more physical discs.
No more physical discs,
supposedly.
So I mean, is that something comics could go to? I don't think it's likely by 2030, but maybe in the not so distant future, like in my lifetime, maybe that's something that would happen. But yeah, like I said, Marvel Publishing is profitable. They make money. Why would you stop doing that? I mean, they're not making billions of dollars every year, but they are still profitable.
Yeah, yeah. I think that all of this hysteria, if you will, is probably largely overblown. I can't imagine us. I can't imagine them being like, no more physical comics. I think, and that's the concern, right? I think as a fan and a collector, the concern is like, they're not going to print comics anymore. I just don't see that happening. Whether or not and I say they, Marvel, is still writing all of the stories, I could see them licensing it out. I could see them breaking it apart just because there's a lot of characters that are virtually worthless, right?
Oh, sure.
So like, maybe not Spider-Man, maybe not the Avengers or the X-Men, but I could see them being like, oh, Image, Robert Kirkman, you want to write some stories about whatever B or C or D-list character?
If I had an opportunity to buy the rights to a character to publish, oh my, I would.
Sure.
Absolutely. I mean.
Just some D-list or
I'm pretty sure I could get the rights to Black Knight pretty cheap,
Right, exactly.
Because he's one of my favorite characters, and Marvel has just done him dirty. He led the Avengers at one point. I mean, come on. And now he's a joke.
Yeah.
They've done him they've done like nothing with that character. And I mean, it's a really good character. But if I could do some Black Knight stuff, I mean, play off his whole PTS thing. I mean, the guy fought the Crusades. Come on.
But I could see a licensing play like that. Well, for example, we talked, what was it, yesterday or the day before, about John Byrne. He did a new Elseworlds kind of title, right? Elsewin. Okay. And that's a licensing play. Marvel had really nothing to do with that. Yeah, that's my understanding.
What's funny is that that just came out, but years and years and years and years ago, he's got a website you can go to, and all that artwork, he just did the pencils of all the pages.
Right.
Years ago, I mean 10 plus years ago, he did this, and he just posted it on his website for anybody to read. He didn't charge anybody for it, so it's just fan art. And fan art, they can't sue you over fan art or try to, claim that you're violating their IP and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because he's just putting it out there. He's not making any money off of it. So what someone did is that same story from years ago, that's what has just been published and put out.
Okay.
Yeah, because I looked at it and I'm like, that's the same story I read years ago, but now someone's inked it and colored it and made it look all pretty.
Put it in a book.
And they put it in a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool. But, I mean, somehow he got a license from Marvel to do this.
Yeah, because, I mean, there's money on the table, man. It's John Byrne X-Men. I mean,
yeah. So maybe you can get a license to do a Black Knight comic.
But those things are like $100, man.
Well,
in good condition.
They sold out immediately.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah.
And now it's like
you could get a beat up one for like $60.
Yeah. So hopefully they do a reprint because I didn't get a copy.
They have some signed ones, but I don't know how legit those are.
Yeah.
Signed by John Byrne. I'm like,
I wouldn't pay a premium for it.
no. And then people want like $1,000 for that stuff, which no. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Unless I'm there in front of the man, he signs it for me, and it's mine forever, and no one's ever gonna.
Does he do conventions still?
No.
Have you seen him at one?
No.
I saw a video actually just the other day talking about John Byrne and how he's a horrible person. I don't know if that's true, but like
I've heard that he is a prima donna, definitely.
Like the dude made a video and he was complaining. He's like, I will never buy another John Byrne thing, and here's why. And he goes on this long story about how years and years and years ago, he was at a convention and he was like walking up to John Byrne's table, and it was like 15 minutes till closing, and he's standing there with his comic and he's waiting for it to get signed. And he gets, there's two people in line ahead of him, and he gets to the table, and John Byrne is now talking to the guy in the booth next to him. Mm-hmm. And then he goes, all right, well, that'll do it. And he gets up and walks away, and the dude's like, Mr. Byrne, I just wanted you to sign this. And he goes, sorry, I'm done for the day, and walks out. And he's like, then I'll never buy another thing for John Byrne ever again. I'm like, it's kind of a dick move, but get over it. The guy's got a life. He's not, entitled to, you're not entitled to his time. If he wants to leave, what are you going to do?
I'm sure it'd been a long day for him.
Yeah,
because I'm willing to give him some leeway there, because John Byrne is by far my favorite artist ever. And I jump through. I have one piece from him, one piece of art that I commissioned a very long time ago, and I got it through his agent. So I never dealt with Mr. Byrne directly.
Oh, you didn't see him at a con?
No, nothing like that. Okay. I got through his website, and I dealt with his agent, who was an extremely nice man. He was very, very nice and polite and thoughtful and courteous, and I got my piece, and I absolutely love it. And it's one of my most cherished possessions.
What is it of?
Dr. Doom, a battle-damaged Dr. Doom.
Oh, I think I've seen
full
that.
Figure.
I think I've seen that one, yeah.
It is gorgeous. I love it. I like to get stuff colored and stuff, but I'm not touching that thing. Not a chance.
Somebody will mess it up.
Oh, yeah. I'm just the off chance, because the chances...
I got some markers in the other room. I could take a crack at it.
Yeah, some old like Crayola markers.
No,
go crazy.
They're good markers. They're good ones. Copics.
Okay.
I bet I could take care of you.
But every now and then I'll email his agent just to see, and he's like, oh, no, I'm sorry. He's not accepting commissions, because I'm sure if he did, he'd just get blown up.
Yeah.
But I check every 6 months or so, and the guy's always his agent is very, very polite, his rep, whoever. So I'm like, okay, I'll message you again in 6 months,
Right.
And he's always like, okay.
But anyway, we digress as usual.
Yeah.
Moral of the story, we'll wrap this one up with this article. What's going to happen? Neither one of us have a crystal ball. We can't tell you what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm kind of pessimistic towards all of this. I think you're cautiously optimistic. I'm a little more worried about it than you are. But overall, if I was betting man, I wouldn't say they're going to quit making physical comic books. I just don't think that's in the cards. And I think that's what most people are concerned about.
I think that is just fear-mongering for the sake of clicks on the article. There's not any kind of like substance to it. Their sources are vague.
Never mind. Vague. They're non-existent.
Yeah, non-existent
we don't
sources, really. It's just silly. But yeah, switching over from Marvel Unlimited to Webtoon is just, yeah, sure. Why not? That makes sense. Sure.
Other than the fact that if, like I said, they're going to turn it into this vertical scroll, breaking it apart, I find that horrendous. But whatever. I don't have to. I don't have to read comics digitally. If
that's not something I would personally prefer. If that's something you like, hey, okay, whatever. That's fine. I just think it takes away from like the whole idea of having the big the splash page, exploding off the page to you. That kind of it takes away from that for me
significantly. And I do read, for the record, a lot of comics on my iPad here.
Yeah, I already know what a double splash page would look like.
Oh Lord,
It looks ridiculous.
But I do read a lot of digital comics with Unlimited, Marvel Unlimited, and it was Comixology, then Amazon bought it. I think technically it's still Comixology, but I do read a lot of digital on my iPad, but it's just a digital version of a comic book. It's the exact same.
Yeah, and I like page.
That. Yeah, I like that.
And yeah, if you're holding your tablet, the whole page is just boom, there you go. There's the page.
I like to sit down in bed, turn off the lights at night, and read a comic or two, and I can do that in the dark on a tablet.
Sure.
Obviously, there's more or other benefits to reading a physical comic with the feel of the paper there's two different things, but for like reading in the dark in bed, like you can't pull out a paper comic and read. So the tablet and like digital works for that. But if they change the format, I'm out. I'll be done with digital.
Yeah, just the whole aesthetic of having a comic in hand and kick back in a nice comfortable chair with a reading lamp.
Yeah.
And just enjoying it like the comic, page by page.
Well,
yeah.
This guy here, he gets his expensive Silver Age comics out and busts out the white gloves, I bet. And you're like, gingerly page by page. I know.
I do have like a desk that I'll sit on and gingerly turn the pages as I'm reading it. Just like the older stuff that I get.
Like your Avengers #1. How many times have you read that?
Oh, just the one time.
Just the one? Okay.
Just well, I've read the story, of course.
The physical
but
book.
The actual physical book, I gave it a read through one time because I want to be able to say that I've read an Avengers #1, an original Avengers #1.
Yeah. You're not going to risk it more than once, though?
No, absolutely not.
Well, it's not hanging by a thread. You pull it out once.
No, it's in good condition.
Pull it out once in a while. Come on, live a little.
It's in really good shape.
But anyway, let's wrap this one up. I think we're running over 20 minutes now, and I think we covered everything we need to cover on this.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments down below. What do you think this all means? What is the potential for there to be no more Marvel Comics as we know it? No more printed comics, licensed out to a third party, and all the stories written by other companies in the future. Do you think that's realistic, or do you think this is just as simple as they're changing their digital platform from one place to another?
And Marvel has been known to sell off the rights to other characters for other publishers. It's been done sparingly, but it has happened.
It's happened, sure. Crossovers. There's the crossovers they've been doing lately with Deadpool and Batman, Superman and Spider-Man. That's kind of a licensing thing, but that went both ways.
Yes.
So yeah, who knows? It will be an exciting time nonetheless. I mean, whether or not it's good excitement or bad excitement remains to be seen.
I think that's called anxiety.
Exactly.
Bad excitement is anxiety.
Yeah. All right. So we'll wrap this one up today. Say thanks for tuning in and watching. We appreciate it. Let us know in the comments what you think. And we will close this out by saying, as always, keep collecting comics. Keep watching our videos, and until the next one, bye now.
Bye.